Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Let's get a little bit of the Son of God. All right. Gotta get it started with that. Boy, King David, the narc bully. Let's go, let's get it. Shout out to my new and old subscribers, my TikTok family. Listen, this video right here goes out to the ladies. And hey, listen, fellas, take notes, man. This is how you have to be nowadays in these modern times, right? What's going on? That's how you have to be. First of all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I will not be gaslit into dating a woman that has collected a whole bunch of bodies and now wants to reform and wants, say, I don't know what you call these kind of guys nowadays, but I call them a sucker or a sap, to be the boyfriend or whatever after Pookie and Ray Ray and Day Day have had the best of times and the worst of times with you. I'm not interested, okay? Listen, I know a lot of you are really pretty. I know a lot of you go from men to men, and a lot of guys don't care because a lot of guys are dogs and they don't care about their vessel. I want you to understand that I care about my vessel more than you care about yours. I'm not gonna go around and allow you to have your way with me just to add to your collection of men just because you have a nice body. And so what? And so what? I have a nice body, okay? So, I mean, what are we doing here? And you're pretty in the face. Okay, yeah, I get it. A lot of you ladies are gorgeous. Gorgeous after a whole lot of work. You don't wake up like that. You don't be waking up like, I wake up like this. Whatever imperfections you see on me, it is what it is. But at least I wake up like this. I don't be doing nothing. I ain't got to put no makeup on. I ain't got to do this or do that. I ain't got to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Except shave my face every 2 to 3 days, right? That's all I got to do. Obviously wash my face and, you know, go through my skincare routine and, you know what I'm saying, all the, you know, my hair care product, my, you know what I'm saying, and my beard routine, all, you know what I'm saying, other than that, right? I ain't got to do anything crazy like y'all got to do. You know what I'm saying? Just rise and I'm good to go. So again, I'm not going to settle. So a lot of talk out there will be, you know, trying to get you as a guy to just settle and just, you know, let these ladies come out of their hot girl summer years and getting into a relationship, and they're never going to let that hot girl summer side of them out of their system. They're just going to be good about disguising it. No, you need to hold off, hold your seed, stack your money up, stop chasing these women, get your bread right, you know, get your mind right, go back to school, whatever. If you don't want to, at least do some studying. There's plenty of stuff online that you can get information for, and become the best version of yourself as you can. Be the greatest man you can, right? Then you'll start attracting the right kind of women, which are not going to be these women chasing you down, trying to add you to their collection. Just taking souls and trying to add you to their collection. You know, they're just collecting, you know what? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're just collecting D-pics at this point, you know, and going over memories and recycling through them, you know, spinning the block. It's just not, no, ladies, I'm good. You know, there's got to be, you know, at least one of y'all out there, with all the women that there is, that doesn't do all this, that's fine, that doesn't need validation by sleeping with a bunch of guys, trying to hide all that information and make it seem like she's a saint, when she's carrying herself in a way that's a woman that's been with a lot of guys. There's a difference. Those bodies stick to your soul. You can do whatever you want to do and lie and get your family to lie and cover up the men that you've been with and the one night stands, confirmation, and those trips with your girl where y'all got, you know, super nasty with each other, which, you know, at this point doesn't really make you heterosexual. So, but you'll still make it seem like you are, right? But if a guy was to do that stuff, you'd be like, oh no, well, you'd be right. That is weird. And he would be that. Well, why aren't you? I consider you to be. So if you go and have one good time with the woman or whatever, I don't care if you're just making out hard. You are bisexual at the least, at best. You're bisexual, you know, really, you know what I'm saying? You're just down low. And I don't know what level of down low you are. You could be straight up the kind of woman that likes women and just with men because you don't want to, you know, you want a beard. You know, I don't know. I ain't got time for it. It's too much stuff going on nowadays. You know, I'm a traditional type of guy too. Please don't come over here with all these new relationship status names is poly stuff, and I don't know nothing about that stuff, right? I just know straight, LGBTQ, down low, and bisexual. That's about it. All these subcategories, miss me with that, right? You got all these subcategories for people that just want to be promiscuous and just get around. Well, just get around. Stop making these subcategory relationships. It doesn't matter what you call it. You know what I'm saying? You're a lady of the streets, or you're a guy of the streets. You know what I'm saying? You're street meat or street cat. That's what you are. We don't need a subcategory. Well, we're in a relationship, but it's open, but the stipulations are what and a what and a who and the why and the where. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Miss me with that stuff. I'm telling you right now. We're going to do better. We're going to do better, because I'm not into that kind of stuff. And then I have these women who you can tell. Look, a lot of women stop talking to me in general because they know I can tell that they done collected some bodies. You know what I'm saying? They know I'm going to be able to tell. Well, a lot of them know that I'm tapped in. But you don't have to be tapped in to see a woman that's collected a lot of bodies. They move like a man. And I have no interest in men. I don't want a woman that moves like a man. I don't want a woman that acts like a man. I don't want a woman that thinks that she's being feminine, but she's the most masculine woman I've ever seen. I don't want none of that. And then I don't want her to tell me what her definition of masculinity is. If you have to tell me what your iteration and definition of masculinity is, that means you're already too masculine. You shouldn't have to do that. It'd be like you trying to tell me, well, I think, or me trying to tell you, my definition of, femininity and expressing myself. If I got to go to those links, I've already messed up. More than likely, I shouldn't have to explain myself. It should be seen. Another thing, I'm not interested in anybody's advice or opinions. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't care what that makes me to you. I don't care how you feel about that. I don't care. I don't want to know what you think about what I do. I don't want to know how you feel about me not caring about whatever you think about what I do. I don't care. Stop projecting onto me. It's another means of control. You want to control how I think by telling me what you think, or what you think other people think. Who cares what other people think? Who cares what you think? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you made a decision on my life that I'm supposed to be a certain kind of way, and I don't, live up to that decision or that perspective that you are projecting onto me, that's not my problem, and it's none of my business. Real quick before I go, one last point. Hey, you content creators are reckless with your mouths. You know what I'm saying? You're reckless with your mouths. You speak like you have no good home training. I'm telling you, it's hard to take you guys serious, but you speaking in a way that you wouldn't want to be spoken to. You're really reckless, when you're describing, these people that you're so-called, making content from. I would, listen. You look like a clown when you do it. If you don't look like a clown, speak to people like you want to be spoken to, or at least, if you don't have that in you, speak to people like you think, someone with a little bit of class and a decent upbringing would speak like. Stop speaking any kind of way, man. It's gross, man. I can't click off the video fast enough. I'll see goofballs that don't even show their face, passing judgment and trying to make it seem like they can critique people and, suggest this and that, and, stop worrying about other people and worry about your rotten selves, okay? Man, how do you get that point out? Period. You know what I'm saying? The last point is, stop telling people what they need to not worry about or be worried about, okay? You people are projecting like crazy. I don't know what kind of leaders you think you're coming off as, but when you're on here, and I don't mean to critique you goofballs, but you're not good leaders. And just because everybody's a sheep doesn't mean you get to treat them like livestock, okay? Just because they're sheep doesn't, okay, well, what gives you the right to treat them like livestock? Listen, we're not gonna do that, man. I'm tired of watching you goofy so-called leaders trying to give out the word of God or a message or help people, but you talk any kind of way. You're rude. You talk like trash. Do better, man. Do better. It's not cute. You know, you think you're calling yourself being real. You're real rude. You're really acting like you don't have any kind of good upbringing. But we don't need it and we don't want, listen, get yourselves together. Get your raggedy ass selves together. That being said, no further ado, you know what I'm saying? You know how this goes. Love myself. Love yourself. Love God. I'm out.